Well, close, but no cigar. Dallas Wings go to overtime off a nice shot by Paige Becker. The only lose to the Washington Mystics, 91-88. We were so close, Kendrick, but yet we were so far.
Yeah, man, it's a shame you played almost 3 hours worth of basketball.
We had a player who scored 0 points that decided to leave another player open who actually had points on the floor.
Yeah,
help out.
Yeah, it's a shame, man. You played almost 3 hours of basketball just getting handed a hot ale. What can I say about this, man? Once again, the fourth quarter was the Wings' undoing. Had full control of this game going into the fourth, and then being outscored 22-15, and then outscored 7-4 in overtime. That's 29. That's 29-19. If you add up both for overtime and the fourth, that's not gonna get it done. Disjointed game. Oh, about 60 foul calls were called in this game. 60 foul calls. That's why the game lasted so long. So neither team was able to get into a rhythm. But it's about survival and basketball IQ. As our girl Nelissa decided, it was good to pack the paint and leave Sonia Cintron, one of the best shooters in
Sonia
basketball.
Is her. Olivia Miles told us this in the tournament. Sonia is her. Why would you leave her open? Sonia is her.
Wide, not wide open, wide ass open. It was just a practice shot for the game-winning three to put them up 91-88. Like I said before, this game was disjointed and kind of felt disjointed to me in a way. As we look at the once again, we talked. If you was watching the show when me and Walt was talking about it in the last game, turnovers. I said this just last show. You may be able to get away with turning the ball over 20 times against Connecticut and getting the dub, but as the team's gonna be better. And when you turn it over 19 times today for 22 points against a better basketball team, yeah, you got what you got, which is a hot ale. But give it up to the Wings. Paige hit a big dagger three to keep the game in overtime, but get the game in overtime. But for some reason, Enrique took one of the worst threes and really didn't. She took it like it was 1 second on the clock and was actually about 7 seconds. She could have set up for a better shot, but she took the three. She was hot in the first half, making all 3 of her threes in the first half, but went on in the second half. Yeah, I'm sorry, Rick. I gotta tell the truth, baby. I gotta tell the truth. You missed 6. Yeah, you missed 6 threes in the second half. 6 threes in the second. Didn't make a 3 in the second half and overtime. 27 points. She had in 41 minutes. Paige pumped in 40 minutes, made 20 points. Paige having a bad first quarter. I wonder that's the reason why we saw AZ Fudd sitting there with a Washington Mystic jersey on in the damn front row. What was that all about? Yeah, she's sitting there with a smile on her face. But also what hurt the Mystics. What hurt the Wings. Lee fouling out. I think they would have won this game if she would have fouled out. She fouled out early in overtime. That was a big loss because they had to put them, because like I said before, the Wings had to go small in that game. I mean in the overtime, and that, when Smith and Allen are out there at the same time, bad things tend to happen. And unfortunately, the bad thing was a hot ale for the Dallas Wings. Two game winning streak's over. And now back home to play Atlanta, who's gonna be hella pissed because they blew a game, so they're gonna be pissed. You got Atlanta coming in, you got Indiana, then you got a back-to-back of these same Washington. These Washington Mystics come head to town on Friday, and then you got the hot, and I mean hot, Phoenix Mercury coming in to end that home stretch. So a tough home stretch for the Wings. Don't help when you blow a game like this, but it happens, Walt.
Yeah, I was impressed by the Wings today. I was impressed by the Wings today. Of course, Paige hit the big shot. But overall, I liked the game to play. I liked the game the Wings played. I mean, the first couple minutes they were getting ran off the floor, but they persevered and came back and got the thing close.
Yeah, give them credit, man. They were down 24-9. I told Walt when I think the show was going, the pregame show was. I said they're gonna get rolled in this game. It looked all the situation looked like the Wings went into it. It was an afternoon tip. Me and Walt talked about this team don't play good on Sunday afternoon games.
No Dallas, but they're able to play good on Sunday.
But this team was able to get it together, get a lead.
It's like Carl Malone, the mailman don't run on Sunday. Michael Jordan, I guess.
Yeah, well, Scottie Pippen told him that. Scottie Pippen told that mailman don't run.
Scottie, you're right. Scottie. Guess the mailman don't run.
And he proved it right. He blew them 2 free throws. He was at the free throw line to take the lead. But
mailman just don't.
Yeah, but they do.
Apparently, neither does any Dallas team. Rangers lose on Sunday. The Stars lose on Sunday. The Cowboys lose on. God dog. Kendrick say, you got to fix that one because that's the only day they play on Sunday.
That's what they play is on
Sunday.
Sunday.
The Mavericks definitely don't win on Sunday, and anything before 2:00, they definitely ain't winning on Sunday.
Yeah, but when your games are on basically Sunday, so the Mavericks can say, "Hey, we got Monday through Saturday. We can lose on, but we can get some other games. But basically, all you do is play on. Sundays. You got a problem." But
we're going to start playing Monday night football game, Monday night, Thursday night football games a lot more now. Get our wins. Can't win on Sunday.
Yeah, but I agree. Like I said, they got it together because, like we said, early on in the game, while we talked about this when we watched the game together. Washington made an adjustment. They were blitzing the pick and roll hard on Page, and they were determined, hey, you not beating us. We're gonna get the ball out of your hands. And in the first half, at least in the second and third quarter, Enrique was able to at least early in the second quarter, was able to alleviate that by being efficient. But somewhere in the fourth quarter, she kind of lost her efficiency, and it went downhill from there. That's how the Mystic got back in the game. But kudos to the Washington Mystics head coach who making that adjustment. I think you're going to see a lot of that. Get teams blitzing Page trying to get the ball out of him, but she still ended up with 20 points. Was able to make an adjustment herself using these coaches. She kept using a lot of back cuts, so they was overplaying her and get some cuts to the basket to get there. Almost had a triple double today, but like I said before, too many turnovers, too disjointed to play, and like I said before, when Lee went out of the game, it was pretty much toast because that means Melissa and Alyssa have to play together. We know those two short women are on the floor together. It's not good news for the Dallas Wings. They do not play well together when they both on the floor, as you alliterated to, over and over again. And they had to play most of that overtime on the floor together. And there you have it.
Good point. Yeah, I just think it's time to move on for probably both of them. Well, you gotta have to keep one to come off the bench, but I mean, I'm guessing now this is when Tierra comes back, you could probably move on from both of them because now you'll have Yee and what's the name?
Yeah, and that was led.
Not unless you want to move Melissa to the 4. That's where she's better at. She's not a 5. She can't play the 5.
Yeah, and that's what really, if you look at that go ahead shot by Sonya, that's what led to the open 3-point shot because they had went down low. They had went down low to Austin, and she basically pinned Hines Allen in the paint. So Melissa has to go over there. I'm looking back at it right now. It has to go over to double team, and that leaves Sonya and open for a kickout shot from Austin, and it was pretty much church. And that's what we're talking about. They're too small. And when you play bigger teams and they can post you up in the middle, it leads to open outside shots, and that's basically what happened on that last second shot. So that's like I said before, the game was lost when Lee fouled out. You got to keep her out of foul trouble for this team to be successful right now. And but she had a good game herself. But like I said, she fouled out, and it forced the Wings to go small, and that was advantage Mystics from then on in, from the early part of the overtime to the end of it. But look, like I said, still good game. Good game by AJ. But she did have some two bad missed free throws at the end of regulation, but they still was able to overcome it. But she had herself a good game, 11-6. Kill Charles, 9-7 for her. She had an okay game. Like she got a little shot happy. JQ had her moments in the game, but yeah, man. But it's just a tough fought hard battle. But like I said before, you can't leave a shooter like Sonya open. She's one of the best shooters.
Can't leave Sonya. We listen. Olivia Miles warned us in the tournament. Sonya is her. Happy says Dallas let Sonya open all game. Sonya is her.
And I got to give her credit, man. She wants to. She did one hell of a defensive job on Paige Beckers. I think what happened was, if you look at the game walk, the reason why Paige got a little traction late in the fourth quarter is because they took Sonya off of Paige and put her on Enrique, and then Enrique got locked down. So she not only was locking down Paige for the first three quarters, they put her on Enrique, and she was locking down Enrique from that fourth quarter overtime up. So yeah, she said she wants to be a two-way player. She did her best. She was to be at least tonight, this afternoon, a elite two-way player. Playing good defense out, and also while she put up 27 and 11, which means to me right now, let's get it on the way, Walt. Sonya Citron, my BFW player of the game.
Whoa, Sonya making history here.
Listen. She locked down Paige, the going into it, the rookie of the year front runner.
So she got to call the ball, huh?
Yeah, rookie. And then they put her on Enrique, and she locked her up, and then she pumped in 27 and 11, and also hit the game winner. So yeah, man, she gotta get my player of the game.
Wow. I mean, we watched her at Notre Dame tear it up, and now she comes to the. I'm telling you, man, Sonya and Kiki is a bad combination.
Let me tell you something. They got something for that young core. When they get Georgia back next season, they're gonna have one heck of a young core going forward with Georgia, Sonya and Kiki. They're gonna have one heck of a little three-star core going forward. So I like that arrow where it's pointed at. But yeah, Kiki, she had a great game. She had 19 and 7. Also had 6 assists and 5 steals. So Kiki was pumping in the stat sheet tonight. Her, if you notice, her and Alyssa got into a little tit for tat, little I won't say nose to nose, but little scrums between them, little competitive scrums.
Melissa can't hang with Kiki. Kiki is a bad girl. She fell on my radar when she was at Stanford with Cameron Brink.
Yeah, but she had a good stat line today. 19, 5 steals, 6 assists, 7 boards in this game. Three of those rebounds were offense. She was 7 of 12 from the field, 5 of 9 from the free throw line. She wasn't good from the free throw line in 37 minutes of play. Also Sykes, who's the 5th leading scorer, and it was a wasted opportunity for Dallas. Sykes, the 5th leading scorer in the W, Brittany Sykes, held her to only 8 points, and to hold their leading scorer to only 8 points. And still lose the game.
Would you like to take a look at what happened? Because we have it.
Let's go look at the highlights, man.
We have it right here.
That sucks. As we tip off. Yeah, this game started off really bad for the Wings. I thought, well, yeah, I know I can watch it.
Did kind of start off a little bad.
Yeah, I said, well, this won't last long. I was gonna ask Walt. Walt, you can watch the game and then let me know about it. I'm gonna go to the store like I did last time. When I went to Walmart, I told you when I was there. I put the crew chat while I was buying at Walmart. Let that mother do here. Oh, 3. That's
Sonya.
bad. That's
Who
a
else?
bad.
Sonya.
That's a bad woman right there. That's a bad woman. She's waiting on it in.
SC.
You had Austin with the lane. She had a good game. She had 21-7.
I don't know, man. This might be a good rookie class that came out this year.
I think it's a damn good rookie class.
You got Sonya, you got Kiki, you got Paige, Sanaya.
You got Nisa Morrow's now balling in Connecticut.
Haley Van Liv.
But if they can get Haley Van Liv some minutes. Put her on the floor, man. You ain't going nowhere.
This thing got pretty ugly fast.
Yeah, we like I said, we thought this was
I forgot about Georgia, even though she tore her ACL. You still got Georgia.
I was thinking like Derek Harper. When you allow a team to get everything they want, you got no shot. But why are you leaving her one of the best shooters in the game wide open?
She was Happy made a good point. She was open a lot this whole game.
I mean, she was a career high 40% 3-point shooter at Notre Dame. You don't leave her open.
Nice shot by Leah. Now, if you guys were watching and paying attention, there was no Dejanay Carrington tonight. There's Sonya again, wide open.
I think Kia got too comfortable with that shot. The first one made in. All of going in. Oh wow, shot, crazy shot.
How many points did she score tonight?
Yeah, Riga pumped in 27, but
there's one of her 27.
Yeah, it wasn't.
There's another part of her 27. Nice shot.
Get used to them threes in the first half because they didn't come in the second.
She said all 27 of her points came in the first half?
No, not all 27, but all her threes came in the first half.
Oh, okay.
Oh, good play. Oh, good tip in. That's a Nisa. Nice hair, man. That hair still holding together.
I thought Nalissa didn't score any points.
No, that was Melissa. Yeah, she ain't scoring points. Melissa just shot that dumb corner 3. For some reason. Oh man, that's Kiki. I mean, she's got superstar written all over her, man. Another bad turnover. We talked about this in the pregame. One of those 19 turnovers Dallas had. I think that's take a photo, ladies and gentlemen. That's the last 3 you'll see from Enrique tonight. It's the last one. And when they switch the other end, so that's about it. Good pass. Oh, nice turnover. This one, Dallas was taking full control. They started turning Washington over. Oh, nice shot by JQ with the Euro. Pull in and pull back out. Nice that. And that was an and one. That was one of the leads. 6 fouls. I really didn't think she fouled on that one, but they called it. They started again. It was a lot of foul calls. Like we said before, that was Enrique. Shot in the third. Washington was determined to keep the ball out of Paige's hand to blitz her all the time. Listen, now she does that, and she sticks to that.
That's what she did in college.
She'll be fine.
That's what she did in college.
Nice 3. That put up to a 10-point lead, ladies and gentlemen. And then turnovers. Turnovers. The Wings have and one. The Wings got to stop turning the ball over, man. They got to stop.
Definitely true, but they're young. They're a young team. They're gonna make those mistakes. Oh, nice. Okay, Paige.
Yeah, Paige spotted on that play. She didn't see a double team. You see.
Might have been after that play she started seeing double teams. Is that Sonya again? That's not Sonya.
Started back at Kiki. Put back.
I can't wait to look at the stats.
Oh, she blew that layup.
Come on, Paige. Trade her now. Trade her right now. missed layup. Trey.
Okay. Calm down. Trust me, you'll be traded before.
Overreaction Sunday.
You'll be traded before she will.
Yeah, overreaction Sunday.
you be traded. You be traded to Ohio. You be close to your daughter.
Oh God, no. Oh God, no. God, no.
They announced the trade. Sham Sherrod will be announcing your trade tomorrow.
Get me to Florida.
Oh man, that's a bad woman right there, and she's got a length too.
Yeah,
I mean,
send me to stay in your ground state.
This is the first time I've seen Paige. That's a good backup. This is the first time I've seen Paige bothered by the length, because Sonya has length too. So Paige didn't. The first time Paige went longer than the person that was guarding her. Oh, nice putback by Lee. Wish she could have had hers, but she fouled out. I think you would have won the game if she would have fouled out in overtime. It's like we said, Dallas had control of the game. Had control of the game. Was going the game up 7. In the fourth. That was Enrique. And now you're up 9. I mean, you're up 8. But it got away from him. Bad defense, turned the ball over. Inexpensive play, and like I said, Enrique kind of slowed down. Yeah, that's a nice shot right there. She went to the basket, but that was one of the few times in the fourth she mostly was settling. But give the Mystic. Oh man, that's that bad plan. Put the brakes on. But give the Mystic credit, man. They kept chipping away. They kept fighting. They didn't go away.
No.
That can't happen. You got to play better defense than that. That just split. That means your two bigs get split in the paint. That was bad defense by Enrique. And then she's standing at the 3-point line. No wonder people compare her to Luka. Bad defense just leave the rest of the team hanging. So you guys got it. Nice, man. She's becoming the queen of the mid-range. If people start calling her the queen of mid-range, maybe she's gonna be another shade. Gillis Alexander, female version, the queen of the mid-range. I like it. If she can turn her game into that. Can't give up that offensive board. Damn it. Like I said, now Dallas, like I said, it was the lead's gone. Now it's just back and forth right there. Like I said, AJ, she had herself a nice game. Feeling comfortable in that starting role, but just like I said, when Lee wasn't out there, she saw Kiki put you too small. She put you too small. That's what it was. When Lee wasn't out there, they were literally too small. They were literally too small out there. They gonna have to address that, man. They gonna have to address that.
And here goes the player today, right here. Oh, give it to me.
You know, unfortunately, that wasn't a go-aheader. That was just a tie of the game. Right here. Yeah, Wings got lucky on this because it was a point-blank shot that Austin missed, and which led to overtime. Well, it'd be lucky and good, but unfortunately, luck was on the Mystic side when we got the overtime. That's pretty much it. Even though Dallas did score the first point of the game. There's Paige. Paige playing quick. Didn't wait for the defense to sit up. Smart play. There's Paige again. Oh, somebody overplaying. You see him with the back cut. She got the first 4 points, but that was it. It was Paige 4, Washington 7. You got nothing else.
Bad woman again. Well, look at that ball movement. Look at that ball movement.
That's good basketball.
A lot of unselfish players on that team. Boy, I'd like to cheer for a team like that. If that had been the Wings, by the time it went back out, it wouldn't have swung around.
And right there, the go-aheader, 3-pointer. And this one I'm talking about, Enrique, this was a bad shot. You shot this with 10 seconds on the clock. I mean, it's a 35-footer. Then Paige had to hoist up something. That was a bad shot, Enrique. You didn't have to take that. I know you need a 3, but it's 10 seconds on the clock when you hoist that.
Basket and got a foul. But I guess you figure the way they was reffing this game, we probably wouldn't have got any calls anyway.
Really? Oh, and those refs are Ma Fosberg, Argon Abaza, and Marcy Williams. So if they're in your airport somewhere around,
whoa, what are you advocating for right now?
What? I'm just saying, man. If it was sign an autograph or something, they famous people too. So in the airport, say hello, man. Say you want an autograph. Yeah, and that's the highlights of a 91-88 defeat in overtime. Wings now dropped to 3-12. The most losses.
I would definitely like to go to the stats and facts right now.
The most losses in the W. Say, huh? Yeah, Lauren Betts is on her way. And the Washington Mystics go to 6-8. Up next for the Dallas is on Tuesday night. The Atlanta Dream head into town. Okay, you got some of that Brittany Griner stuff.
Yeah, I'll be in the Western A.
Yeah. And the listener was complaining then. She complained about Brittany Griner. She got to see her again on Tuesday night. So it is what it is. Okay. All right, let's get to the stats and facts for this Dallas Wings defeat to the Washington Mystics. Let's get to the team stats first. For the Mystics, they shot 45% from the field. To the Wings, 38%. Also, the Mystics were 47% from 3. When you allow a team to shoot 45% from the field, 47 from 3, yeah, man, that's pretty much gonna get you beat. Meanwhile, the Wings were 32% from 3. They were 8 out of 25 from 3. But also, man, the Wings blew a big opportunity. The Mystics were horrible from the free throw line. They were 28 out of 41. They went 41 times and they only made 20 of them. That's 68%. Let you know how bad how much the referee was in this game. 41 free throw attempts. And not to be outdone, the Dallas Wings shot went up 32 times. 26 out of 32 for 81%. Rebounds go to the Wings 38-33. Offensive boards also to the Wings 12-9. Assist in favor of the Mystics 23-16. Steals 11-8 in favor of the Mystics, and blocks in favor of the Wings 6-4. But well, pretty sure coach not gonna like this one. This stat: 19 turnovers, which led to 22 points on the game. 22 points by the Washington.
Well, I mean, it led to 19 turnovers again, and then the Washington had 18, and the Wings had 23 points off turnovers. One more.
Yeah,
point.
but when you get the loss, you be focused on your turnovers.
Okay.
They turnovers didn't cost them. They turnovers didn't lead. Them turnovers didn't have them in their but yours did. Like I said before, we talked about this, and I'm pretty sure Coach he did talk about his post game turnovers. When I step about what the Mystics did, you basically just even them in turnovers. You had 20 turnovers last game. You had 19 in this one. You playing better competition. You making beat Connecticut and Golden State turn the ball over. You're not gonna beat the teams you playing this week, starting with Washington, then Atlanta, and then Indiana, and then Washington, and then Phoenix. You're not gonna beat them turn the ball over 20 times. I guarantee you that. Fast break points, 14-7 in favor of the Washington Mystics. Points.
What's all right? We already beat the Valkyrie, so we good.
Okay. Big advantage to Washington points in the paint, 36-22 in this game. And like we said, it was about 60 foul calls total in this game. 60. My God, including 3 technicals. So the referee boy, they got to be horse and blowing. Yeah, they got to be horse and blowing all them was tonight, this afternoon. All right, let's get to the
swallow the whistle.
Some people say they did. They just kept blowing in your throat. But either way, let's get to the box score, if you will, starting with the losing team, unfortunately, Dallas Wings. Melissa Hines Allen, we said 22 minutes worth of nothing. She had no points. She was a minus. She had the highest minus in the game. She was a minus 22 when she was out there. She had one steal.
I got a minus 24.
Minus 24 when she was out there on the floor. No wonder Sonya hit that open three. Nobody trusts her. One steal, three assists, and one rebound. She was 0 of 1 from the field. That was a three she took. Why she took a three, I don't know. But she had 22 minutes of play. Now, Alyssa Smith, 30. She played 32 minutes. This is our highest minute total in I think this season. She was 3 of 7 from the field, 0 of 1 from 3. That ridiculous three she took at the end of overtime, at the late in overtime. I don't know what she was doing there. She was 1 of 2 from the free throw line. She had 9 boards and 7 points in this game. She had 1 steal, 1 block. One steal, 1 assist, but had 4 blocks in this game. She was a minus 6. Enrique, like I said, she was awesome in the first half. God awful in the second. Finished up with 41 minutes. She was 8 of 20 from the field. She came into the first half 3 of 3 from 3. Well, she ended the game 3 of 9 from 3. I mean, she missed all of threes, including overtime, also from the 3-point range. She was 8 of 9 from the free throw line. 1 rebound, 3 assists, 1 steal. She was a minus 3, 27 points. Paige Beckers had a little rough going of it early in the game, but adjusted. 40 minutes of game log. She was 7 of 17 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3. She was 5 of 5 from the free throw line, including that game tire at the end of regulation. She had 9 rebounds and 7 assists in this game. 1 steal, 1 block. She's a plus 6, had 20 points. This is the first game I thought she was actually bothered by the size of a player. That's Sonya. Her and Sonya basically the same size, so it kind of bothered her, but she was able to adjust. AJ Azar, 30
right there.
Page. I read off Page. AJ, 37 minutes. She was 3 of 9 from the field, 2 of 4 from 3. She was 3 of 4. This is her third start. 3 of 4 from the free throw line. She had 6 boards and 1 assist, 2 steals in the game. She also had a block. She was a plus 2 in this game. She also had finished up with 11 points. Lee, I told you the game changed. She fouled out early in overtime. 22 minutes. She was 1 of 4 on the field, 0 of 1 from 3, 4 of 6 from the free throw line. She had 3 boards. She was a plus 4. She had 6 points in this game. Kia Charles, 21 minutes. When she saw the first one go down, she should have stopped while she was ahead. She finished up with 2 of 8 from the field, 2 of 4 from 3, 3 of 4 from the free throw line. She had 7 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals in this game. She's a plus 11. She had 9 points. JQ, 10 minutes. She was 3 of 6 from the field, 0 of 1 from 3, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Excuse me. She had 2 boards. She was a minus 5, had 8 points. For the Washington Mystics, Austin, 30 minutes. She was 7 of 16 from the field, 7 of 8 from the free throw line. She had 7 rebounds in this game, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. She's a plus 22. She had 21 points. Kiki, 37 minutes of play, 7 of 12 from the field, 5 of 9 from the free throw line. Yeah, she finished up the stat sheet loved her. She finished up with 7 boards, 6 assists, 5 steals in this game. She was a minus 1, had 19 points in this game. Sykes, Brittany Sykes, the 5th leading scorer. They kind of held her down this afternoon. Only 8 points. She was a plus 2. She had 4 assists, 1 rebound in this game. 1 of 8 from the field, 0 of 1 from 3, 6 of 9 from the free throw line, and 39 minutes of play. Sutton, 32 minutes. She was perfect from the field. 4 of 4 from the field overall, 3 of 3 from 3. She was 4 of 6 from the free throw line. She had 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals in this game. She was a plus 18, had 15 points. And my BFB DFW player again, once again, Sonya, 41 minutes. She pumped in 27 points, including the game winner. Was a plus 1. She had 2 steals, 2 assists in this game. She had 11 rebounds in this game. 9 of 13 from the field, 4 of 7 from 3, and 5 of 7 from the free throw line. Anxler, 6 minutes. She was 0-1 from 3. She had 1 rebound, 2 blocks, no points. She was a -8. Edwards, 11 minutes. She was 0-1 from the field. She also had one rebound and an assist and 1 steal. She was a -1 and had no points. Dolson, 8.
Speaking of Aaliyah Edwards, if memory serves me correct, wasn't she in the draft last year? And just think about this. Just think about this. Last year, if we hadn't wasted a draft pick on a certain somebody, not whose name shall remain nameless, not gonna throw that out there, as we seen somebody walked off the set when her name was called.
Literally walked out the building.
Just think about this. We had drafted Aaliyah Edwards, and we got Isaiah and Paige this year. Just imagine where we could be right now. What the team could be.
Oh, you be far.
You drafted Aaliyah Edwards because that's who we were supposed to take at number 5 anyway.
Yeah, you be far off than you are right now with the 4 or 5 with the bigs you have right now.
Aaliyah Edwards, at least you got something in the paint. At least you got something. That's your 4. She's your 4.
So you further off. But yeah, it is what it is. Dolson,
I think you're better. And then you just add Dejanay. You just add Dejanay to the deal.
Oh, so you're saying Dejanay won't be out partying all night with a certain significant other? Oh, she actually take her ass to bed like any normal basketball player does. Doing the night before a game, huh? That's what you're saying? Okay. I said, hey, I'm pretty sure Captain Curtis will use too. That's why maybe
somebody like a guy like me, I don't like to get in other people's bedrooms. I leave that for you.
Maybe that's you.
I don't want to get in their bedroom.
Apparently, maybe Captain Kirk was concerned. Front office concerned about what's going on in there. Also, that's why she wasn't playing. She didn't look injured to me out there. But hey, maybe it's what they call it. What they call it? What the players get nowadays? The NBA players where they take a day off. What do they call it?
Load management.
It was load management. Low management. Okay. I mean, she looked beautiful out there. But wasn't no wrap on her knee, didn't like no bandages around her arms or nothing. Looked like nothing was wrong or nothing. I'm just saying. But anyway, Olsen finishes up 1 minute, -6. He had no points. And Melbourne, 18 minutes. She was 0-4 from the field, 0-1 from 3, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. She had 3 assists in this game. She was a -6, had 1 point. And wow, that's your stats and facts of this gut-wrenching 91-88 defeat in overtime by the Washington Mystics. The Washington Mystics go to 6-8. Our Dallas Wings go fall to 3-12. Next up for the Wings, Brittany Griner and the Atlanta Dream start off a 4-game homestand, big homestand, which includes Atlanta, which also includes Indiana, Washington, and finish up with Phoenix. Back to you, Walter.
Yeah, well, we know that this Friday night is the biggest game of the season coming up here in Dallas. You want to get it's a night out in Dallas, and as we just seen, they just lost to the Aces, and technically we beat the Aces. If you just really think about it, yeah. So technically, since we beat the Aces, I mean, if the Fever can't beat the Aces, I mean, clearly.
I mean, well,
that means they can't beat us because
people they may say we can't beat nobody but Connecticut.
That's not true. We beat the Valkyries.
Yeah, Connecticut, and
the Fever lose to the Valkyries too. Yeah,
you can't beat nobody but Connecticut and the expansion team. That's all you can beat.
Sorry, we have 3 wins. We have 3 wins, sir. 3
wins, and we almost out of June. I'll let you know what you need to know right now. I just go. We almost out of June. God dog it.
God dog it.
We about to hit January. We sitting there with 3 wins. And you sit up and try, and you sit up and try to calculate. You sit up and try to calculate. Well, they beat that. You got 3.
But I told you, I said, I know we get 2. What I tell you at the beginning of the season, I was like, I know we get 2 wins from. That's from what's the name? Because we can beat them. We can beat Connecticut. That's easy work.
Yeah, but that's the problem. You only got 2 more games with them. That's it. So what? You'll finish over 5. Finish over 5 wins. Finish over 5 wins this season.
We can beat them. We already proved we can beat the Valkyries, and we know that we know the Aces can't beat the Valkyries.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I think when you step in at the Hornets Nets in the Chase Center, in a couple of weeks, I think Ghost they gonna have something for us. I think they're gonna have something for us. But let me tell you something. If you got 5 victories this season, that's fine with me. Lauren Betts, here we come. Lauren, here we come. I'm all for it. I win either way.
Easy work.
Okay. Easy work from a 3-win team. My goodness. All right. Hey, I'll take your word for it. I'll take it. Hey, we didn't have no interviews last game. Apparently, they was out there partying up the 2-game Mickey Mouse win streak. Does anybody want to talk today?
Well, if so, our buddy Grant hasn't put him up yet. So I guess we'll find out. But
why you doing?
I know he's there because I seen he was asking questions in the pregame.
Yeah, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Let's get to Around the W. We call this Around the W. With your host, the Ken Roberts. Let's get to the schedule around this. Remember, Game 7 tonight tips off in about an hour and 15 minutes. All right, there were good grief. There were 5 games in W this afternoon today? Oh yeah. Yeah, 5 games.
You got what? We still got a couple more games to go today.
Why would you put a game? You know nobody's gonna watch. People will watch Game 7. Why would you put? We should have all these games in the afternoon. Let these games finish up. All right, let's kick it off. Let's start with the finals. As we already know, we talked about the Wings lose to the Mystics 91-88 overtime. The Aces come back and beat the Indiana Fever 89-81. I said they were done, but hey, maybe AJ
they better win against the Sparks Thursday night because they're gonna lose on Friday night.
Maybe Aja heard me. I said she was the second best player in the W. Man, she's pissed off. Right.
Yeah, she can win as many games she wants. She's still gonna be the second best behind feeding me.
Yeah, well, I ain't fighting you on that. I agree. But they was able to get the win this afternoon, 81. Aaliyah Boston led scores with 26 points in that game, and Asia had pumped in 24 on that one for Caitlin Clark. The miss. I can do whatever the blank I want. Let's see what she do what she wanted today. 35 minutes. She had 19 points, but she couldn't even put in 19. She couldn't put in 20 points. I guess she couldn't put in 20 points if she wanted. But that's neither here nor there. Lost. The Fever go to 6-7. The Aces go to also 6-7 on the year. Also the Atlanta Dream. They put it on Chicago Sky 90-80 in that win. Ariel Atkins, she pumped in 29 points, but Ryan Howard pumped in 22 to lead the Dream. When the Chicago Sky dropped to 3-10, the Atlanta Dream go to 10-4 on the season. And games that will be tipping up. One will be tipping up around about 15 minutes. The Liberty. This will be a good game. Well, the Liberty faced the Seattle Storm in Seattle. So a girl, Suey, back in Seattle. She's been there a couple more times, but she headed back to Seattle, face her old team. That'll be a 6 tip. Liberty 10-2, the Storm 8-5. That'll be a good one. Not so good. The 2 teams. This will be the Dallas. We own we own U-Ball. Own U-Ball is Dallas Wings are playing. These two teams are playing each other. The only two teams that the Dallas Wings have beaten this year. The Golden State Valkyrie hosts the Connecticut Sun. That'd be a 7:30 tip. The Valkyrie are 6-6. The Connecticut Sun are 2-11. That'll be a 7:30 tip here. That'll be a 5:30 tip on the West Coast. And wow, that's around the W. By me and you. Back to you.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. It's gonna be a pretty ecstatic week this week for the Wings.
Yeah, man. Like I said, dream on Tuesday, right? Dream on Tuesday, and then on Friday, you got the fever in. Then a quick turnaround, back to Becca. You got the Washington Mystic coming in, right? And then to end that that 4-game home stand not this coming Thursday, but the Thursday after next, it'll be the Phoenix Mercury coming in. That'll be on July 3rd. That'll be our sister's birthday. Shane's birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get to see Satu. Satu's tell if see if she see if Disney need to take another breathalyzer test or something like
that. Well, according to you, will she even be here?
I don't know. Hey, I didn't, like I said before. The coach did say next woman up. When they say that, when they say that, they already kicked the can down the road.
I'm saying, according to you.
We'll see, man. We'll see, man. We'll see.
No, we don't. Let me see. If Grant has put anything out. We might not have any post-game interview yet.
Why are we not having it's 2 games in a row? I mean, you won last time, you said, and you didn't put. So come on, man, you gotta put them out one up. Well, at least they consistent. Put them out when you win or lose. Let's see. Hold on. Let me see. I want to get back to this. Today's the 22nd, right? Okay. Okay, there's still tickets left. There's still tickets left, guys. If you want to go to a Dallas Wings game, you won't be going to any other FIBA sold out. But if you want to go to Atlanta Dream, there's still tickets. At the CPC.
Yeah, you go to Dream Game. Go to Dream Game.
Yeah, go see Britt. Go listen. Go see our girl BG put it on them Dallas Wings, that small lineup.
All right. Well, yeah, as he said that what's the name is already sold out, so you ain't getting that one. So forget about that one.
And technically, guys, if you want to look at Tankathon, the Dallas Wings hold the most losses in the W, so they're technically first. But if Connecticut loses tonight against the Valkyrie, they jump into the number 1 slot. The reason why the Dallas Wings are the number 1 because they have the most losses in the W. So that's where you're at with that. And I'm not mad at that. Listen, the more first round picks you got, the more shots at the apple you get to be great. We all know where this season gonna end up. So might well go out and be bad again, get the best possible player you possibly can. That's what happened. People get mad because I said that. Listen, how do you think Indiana got back? They had back-to-back number 1 overall picks. They had Boston, and then they turned around and they drafted Caitlin. Sometimes you have to go that way. Sometimes
Right.
you gotta look. Sometimes you got to get in that draft and just hammer it away until you find the right number of players, and then there you go. But right now, as we saw it, guys, they when Lee's not out there, and I'm not saying she's the answer. She's doing all she can, but she's not. She's got size, and that's what's helping. That's what helping the Wings. But when she's not out there, and they got to play Melissa and Delissa together. Delissas. I call them the Lissa sisters because both of them got the same last name and their first name. When they got to play them together, it stands for another AL loss.
We got two. We've got 2 things from Grant here.
Okay.
Grant has a interview with Paige here.
All right.
And we've got a interview from we got well I'll tell you what, let's go to the post game interview first, and then we'll go to
is Paige gonna talk about is Paige gonna talk about how Sonya was locking her up in that first half?
All right, let's not be disrespectful.
I mean, she's strapped. Hey, she was strapped in. She was strapped in tight on Sunday after.
Let's not be disrespectful. Those type of comments are needed.
Listen, give it up to Sonya when she stopped strapping in. Paige, they sent her over to Enrique. She strapped in.
Yeah, so I'm gonna save you from yourself right now. Let's go to the Coach K post game interview. Gonna figure out what this guy's doing. Here we go. Here's Coach K.
Click, buckle up. It'll be a long ride.
For players first, then we'll excuse them and get to coach. So questions for Enrique and Isaiah.
Enrique, what were some of the things that you saw down the stretch, fourth quarter and overtime? Lots of big plays going both ways, but just what were some of your main takeaways?
Probably just rebounding. Obviously, shots are going to go up. Some go in, some not. But who's going to attack the glass?
Go to Rob on the Zoom. We're not getting any sound.
I know that this is not the outcome that you were both looking for, but despite how things went in the first quarter, how proud are both of you to see the fight from the team to keep after it and to even take Washington to overtime?
Like you said, it didn't go our way, but you can see the fight that we have and the team chemistry that we have on the court. So turn the next page and look forward for the next game and bring that same intensity.
Great. Okay. Anything else for players?
Yeah, Enrique, just what were some of the things in that second quarter specifically that you like that you can maybe take away from considering that was a big response from the first quarter?
Just playing with speed, getting to our spots. Defense, I think that's what really got our offense going. We were getting stops and then we were flowing in the offense. But definitely our defensive intensity.
And then what are the challenges of this Washington defense? It seemed like they're really aggressive, like denying on handoffs and just getting into the ball. Just what are some of the challenges that they maybe pose for, an opposing offense?
I think it's their post players really, especially in the ball screen. They're either going to trap or hedge, and they have really mobile posts. So just trying to navigate out of that, in and out of that.
Dorothy, go ahead.
So you almost picked up your third win in a row with the same starting lineup. What is it that this lineup brings to the Dallas Wings that seems to be working?
Is that for Coach?
Yes, I'm sorry, Coach.
No, that's fine. We're going to do players first, and then we'll come back to Coach.
I'm so sorry I missed that.
No worries. That's it. You guys good? Dorothy, you want to repeat the question?
I got you, Dorothy. I heard it.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I truly believe right now how we started the game is just the beginning of the substitution pattern. So, you'll see different lineups out there. It was that lineup in the second quarter when we were small with Kyla that actually, fought us back into it. That starting group, actually wasn't great tonight. And so just, finding lineups that really work, and it could be different every night, but I keep talking about it. It's our competitive depth, and then just searching for what that combination is each night.
And then just what were some of the main things that you just take away from this game? Like obviously the first quarter was tough, big second quarter. Just what were some of the things that you can take away from this one?
One, we have to be ready from the get-go. We weren't ready to play that game, and it showed. We were just sluggish and not playing with the right intensity and effort. To be able to respond how we did in the second quarter was fantastic. To put a team on the free throw line 41 times, I know we went to overtime, but there's just too much fouling, and that continues to be a growth opportunity for ours through this year, right? We're just, it's hard when you put teams to the free throw line, right? That's the most efficient way to score in the game. So we've got to continue to find ways to be physical, but also be disciplined and not just let people parade to the free throw line.
And what were some things that you saw down the stretch? Paige obviously had a big shot to force overtime, some big plays down the stretch. Overall, just what were some things that you saw, maybe that were positives you can build on, and then maybe, also some things as this team's continuing to, fine tune in clutch situations.
Yeah, some good execution, and then also couple that with some good shot making, and then also maybe not some of the greatest shots down the stretch there in overtime as well. So we'll continue to talk through as a team, time and score, and is that the best shot we could have gotten, and all that good talk. But I think some of the execution was good, and then again late, it's like they're physical. They disrupted us. They had us on our heels. Their post players are really physical at the point of attack, and it was tough to get separation. Sometimes our best offense was just no ball screen and have someone beat someone off the bounce one-on-one and then let the dominoes fall. But we've got to continue to find ways to be able to run offense when teams are being physical and taking us out of it.
Rob, go ahead. Rob on the Zoom, go ahead. Rob on the Zoom, go ahead.
Thank you. Rob Hansen from the podium finish. Coach, even with a short rotation tonight, what does it say about your team's fight and effort to battle back and force in overtime? And you talked about, improving discipline. As you head to a homestand starting on Tuesday night, how do you work on improving discipline and execution going forward?
Yeah, I like our fight. We responded and competed much harder after that first quarter, so that's a positive. And then, yeah, I mean, you can only talk about it so much until habits have to change, and we've got to play defense with our feet and with our lower body and take away the undisciplined swinging at the ball and slapping and just demand it of ourselves, which we've yet to do here early. So we'll continue to talk, continue to teach, and continue to challenge.
Ilvin, go ahead. Ilvin on the Zoom.
Hello, Coach. I know that you go off what the data shows. So how would you evaluate your team's ability to close out games with the lead?
I mean, I think we can be better. I think we can be better in special situations down the stretch here. I can be better in helping them. And then again, just talking to, shot selection and the right actions and getting the ball where it needs to go. So always looking inward and finding ways to improve in all areas.
All right, that was Coach K's post-game interview. Did you have anything you want to dissect before we go to this next one that Grant's put out?
Yeah, first off, I like this better. I never listen. This just we talked about this last season. I know the W even has their way of doing things. I never like players and coaches on the same podium asking questions. I never like them because you don't really get any truthful answers because nobody's trying to make nobody feel uncomfortable. I think I like that because this is the first time we actually seen Coach CK actually, this is my opinion, be critical of his team. And he looked pissed up there. He talked about once again the bad start they had not being ready to play basketball, and then getting together in the second quarter. He talked once again about the foul call and the turnovers, and I like that better because Coach now gets don't have to sit up there and have somebody on the left, and it's like he's offending somebody if he's being critical of his team. I like that situation better than just them all together. I think he got more truthful answers, in which he was correct. They did suck starting off this game, and when you get down, I think Coach Kidd. I remember Coach Kidd talked about this. I remember thinking about this. When you get down big, it takes so much energy to get back in the game, and then you wonder why, and then you have losing, and then you wonder why what happened was because Coach Kidd always talk about you ran out of energy late in the game because you had to exert so much energy because you didn't use it because you got down so early. And if you looked at it, the Wings kind of ran out of gas in that overtime game. They only had 2 buckets from Page, and that was it. Nobody else actually did anything. So I like those answers from Grant. I like that set up that needs to be the setup. Coaches need to have their own stage platform to do their own interviews, and players need to have their own platform and stage to do their own interviews to get the truthful opinions out there to the audience. That's in my opinion.
Okay, well, let's go to Paige here and hear what she has to say about tonight's loss. This is from Grant Abseth. Go over there and follow his Twitter account, and you can follow his YouTube account. He has all his videos listed up. This is Grant Abseth, good buddy of ours.
Yes, sir.
Who covers the Wings. All right, here we go.
Second quarter was a really strong one after a slow start. Just what were some of the things you can maybe take away from that quarter of this game?
Just how we have the fight. We have this never relentless attitude about us, but it was that way because we started the game slow and weren't prepared. So making sure we have strong starts out of quarters, out of halves, at the start of the game, so we can just have that relentless fight, not fighting from behind, but fighting evenly. I think it'll be better for us.
And I believe this is 4 straight, clutch, close games. Just what are some of the things you can maybe, take from, these 4 games, 2-2 record and those, closeout games?
Yeah, just being smarter with what shots we want, late shot clock, not fouling, getting them to the free throw line, boxing out, rebounding. All the essential things in basketball that really come down to deciding games, making sure we take care of the ball and get the shots that we want.
Coach, I mentioned, pretty often fouling is something that ideally the team, could maybe, lower throughout the season. Today, both teams fouled a lot, obviously. Just what are some things that you're seeing, from a, fouling standpoint?
Yeah. This game was officiated differently, so being able to adjust to the officials and what that game is calling for. A lot of the games they let you play physical. This one was a tighter whistle, so just being smarter and being more disciplined in the fact that we know how the game is being reffed. And staying straight up and not fouling late, reaching late, and just contesting hands up and staying disciplined.
And then you made obviously some timely plays like the force overtime and just some offensive plays down the stretch as well. Just what were some of the things that you were seeing to maybe establish that rhythm for yourself?
My teammates setting me good screens. They were chasing me on the pin down, so just trying to come off those and create offense out of that. And then they were really aggressive and pushed up on me, so just going right around them, just in that pressure. Trying to stay away from the ball screens because at the time it was a double. So knowing that, we play them soon, and we'll adjust and we'll have counters for the things that they're throwing at us. So that'll be important to go for.
And then last one, they were really aggressive, in defensive coverage. Obviously, a lot of teams are, but it seems like they're a tough defense with their mobility in the front court. Their guards are aggressive. Just what are some of the things that stand out after your first matchup against this team?
Yeah, their 4s and 5s are extremely athletic. They can get out and guard guards. But they were really aggressive off the ball screens for me, probably for a week. Just hedging, trapping, getting out, trying to get the ball out of my hands. So finding different counters for that, what to do when that happens, because it should create a 4-on-3 in the backcourt or in the rest of the play. So trying to get the ball in my hands and play to that advantage.
All right, there's Paige right there. Kendrick, anything you want to say from that?
Yeah, man. Like I said, fouling. I mean, the referees a big part of the game. We talk about 60 fouls. The Mystics went to the free throw line 41. Shot 41 free throw attempts. That's way too many. And also, like she talked about, this is the first time she's seen it, and she's gonna see it. She's gonna keep seeing it until she's able to adjust to it a little better. Like because the first time you're seeing something, they were aggressively hedging her on the pick and roll. They basically playing two on the ball. And they were, and if you want to look at any tapes, you don't have to go further than here. Look at Lucas' tape. That's constant when she's going to see that she's that good of a player, offensive player, that she's going to see two on the ball, and she's going to be able to make adjustments, know what read to make, where the ball needs to go, and so it can get back to her. If not, the easier shot, because when the thing about playing two on the ball, you got mismatches on the other end. She alliterated to that. There's going to be mismatches, and she's got to be able to find those, because she's going to see that majority, because now the league of knowing that she's one of the best one-on-one players in the game. You can't literally play her one-on-one with anybody in there, and it's going to stop. She's going to get 20 a game. So she's going to continue to seeing that, and it's just but it's good for her. She gets to see it, and now she gets to try to make the adjustments to get something she can look and film with coaches. Now they can make the necessary adjustments to when teams are going to do it again, because I guarantee you, when teams find stuff that makes you uncomfortable, it's a copycat league. We know this in sports. The next team's going to do it too. So you're going to see Atlanta try to do it, and they might not have the athletes like Washington does, but they're going to try to do it. To play two on the ball to keep the ball out of her hand and force other players to beat them.
Yeah, man. Tough loss tonight. Really tough loss tonight. Well, Kendrick, boy, we headed for a big week this week for us here. We got the Wings and Dream on Tuesday. We got the NBA draft on Wednesday and Thursday. And then Friday night, a night in Dallas. The night to remember. Caitlin Clark versus Paige Beckers.
Yeah, we might after that game we might be on the trade dial for some players up out here. Made the quota, Start looking to the future. But yeah, man. And then it's not over. The next night, the Washington Mystics, the same Washington Mystics, come into town in the CPC. So you move from Arlington to Dallas to back to Arlington. And you got that, and then you have a little break off, and then you finish up your homestand with Satu coming back for the first time in a Mercury uniform. I want to be a tribute video of her. Will she get a tribute video?
Who will? Satu?
Yeah, Satu get a tribute video.
I don't know. Well, she wasn't here last year. It depends on how the relationship. I don't ever recall the Wings ever doing a tribute video.
They get a tribute video for Satu.
I'm just saying I don't ever remember them doing one for anybody.
Natasha Howard, when we coming in, man, you ain't doing a tribute for Natasha Howard. Oh well, hey, he each his own. I mean, she was drafted. Now Natasha wasn't, but Satu was drafted by the Wings. She was drafted. You drafted her.
No, I get your point. Just saying. All right, man. So we will be back Tuesday night. But until then, thank you everybody who tuned in. But until then, keep your feet on the ground. Keep reaching for the stars. Always do what's best for business. If we don't see you around it, we'll see you around live this Tuesday night when the Wings take on the Atlanta Dream.
I wish you guys nothing but best. The ceiling is the roof.